Hello students, this is Mr. Todd and I'm going to give you a quick tutorial on Google Sites. What I want to do to create my site is I want to go to the waffle over here once I've logged in, right? My Google Apps. There are various Google apps we can use, our Drive, Slides, Sheets, Contacts. We are going to go to this one, Sites. Okay, create a website. Alright, here's some websites I've created in the past. Florida doesn't exist. Jason Segel fan, LHS Mr. Maddie. Well, but for the purpose of this tutorial, we will create a new one. And here, we hit create, and we get sent to this page where we can choose a blank template or browse the template gallery. Now, I have found that the template gallery is messy and there are a lot of templates in there we don't really need, and I like starting from scratch because that gives you the most opportunity to be creative. So anyways, let's create our site. We're going to go blank template. I'm going to call this website tutorial, right? And it immediately gives our URL down here as being sites.google.com/sau88.net/tutorial. Now, what does URL stand for? How about Universal Resource Locator? Gotta love computer scientists. Now, if I could create, it will send me to, quite frankly, the most boring website in the world. Boom. Look at this. Maybe I may have spoken too soon. This is beautiful. I've got kind of light gray here and some bright white here with the word home by itself. And I've got a search bar up here, which is pretty rad. But what can I do to make it look better? Basic things here. I've got this little pencil. It's going to allow me to edit the page. I'm going to look at that. I've got a create a page button so I can create more pages, which I think I'm going to need. Okay. And I've got this cool gearbox here that allows me to do more actions like that as well. And then my share button, which we're going to look at the very end, how we share our site. What is the audience for our site? Are we going to choose to share it with just the Lebanon School District community? Or are we going to share it with the whole world? So grandma in Tulsa, Oklahoma can look at it. We'll decide that later. So first, we go to the edit page pencil. We're going to click on it. Click on this. You're going to get something that looks a little bit like a Google Doc. We have our basic functionality up here where we can choose what font we want, right? We can choose how big our font is, bold, italicize, underline, color of the text, the color of the highlight of the text. We can create a hyperlink, right? We can create bullets. We can even choose how we want to format the text, whether we want it to be the center, or left aligned, or right aligned. If we want to get crazy and do kind of a blast from the past, we can edit our site with HTML code, which is helpful if we want to insert things that aren't necessarily Google friendly, right? So, okay, let's make some edits here. So just like in a Google Doc, we can make changes here. We'll highlight this, and instead of saying home, we'll make it say welcome to our site. I'm going to throw an exclamation point in there because I'm excited. I'm in a good mood, right? What else does a good website need? A good website needs an image, right? So up here, above these buttons, we have some more choices, right? So we can insert something. We can mess with formatting. We can add a table. We can change the layout, or we can look for help. If I'm not helpful, you can certainly go to Google for more professional opinion. So, but I'm going to go to insert here because a good website needs images. Now, since we're in this insert button, you can see that there are three main categories of types of things we can insert into our site, right? So the first one is common, images, links, table of contents. Then we got gadgets, right? We could put in some recent post gadget, right? We could put in a text box or an HTML box, right? Little gadgets, there's also more options here. And then the third subcategory of things we can insert are the Google Apps, right? So like a calendar, we can insert documents right from our drive, which is very helpful. We can insert videos that we've put into our drive, images, some forms. Very helpful right here, this Google Drive app. But like I promised, let's do a basic thing and just add an image. Every good website needs good images. Now there's a couple different ways we can add an image. We can do it through a URL address, right? Or we can upload it from our images. So I'm going to choose that. I like choosing things right from my desktop because I know it'll always be there. Oh, picture of shoes. Perfect. Exactly what I want on my tutorial website. So here we go. Dropping it in. I'm going to click on it and I'm going to click OK. It goes in. I believe it's very big. So if I click on it, I can choose the size. I'm going to make it, right now it's an original size. I'm going to make it just large. There we go. Welcome to our site. Picture of some red kids. I like the words. I like the image. What else can we change? I would like to change some of the colors and fonts, right? So I'm going to click here and hit save. Right now it's saving everything that's on there. There's lots of options here under our gear more action. Revision history, subscriptions, but I like this little guy here under site actions. I like manage site. Now it's going to pop up something on the left, right? And we can change the name. We can add a description, which is so important for our search engine optimization. But most of all, we can do down here to change themes, colors, and fonts. Click on this. This is where we can get funky. So it gives you a little preview view area down here. It gives you these different categories of parts of your site we can change. So real quick, let's change the background. Something pretty. This little amber color. Oh, look at that. And then this is the content area down here, right? So let's give that a nice color. Be the same. It could be the same. Or it could be different. Okay. Let's go just like slightly different. See how it looks. Ooh. I'm into it. I like weird colors. Okay. Now let's change the color of our fonts. Okay. So from background I'm gonna switch to text. Ooh, I'm gonna go with that. That's fun. Okay. An old fashioned look. Right? And yeah, colors. We'll keep it dark, but I'll go with like a gray. I don't think it's very readable, and that's important. It's gonna go, oh, bright yellow. Ooh, that's readable. Now, I want the site, this to be a little bigger, and I could try and change the font here, but it's going to change the font for everything. So what I actually want to do is go to the site header, because that is the header. This is the header. And I'm going to change the font size to 24. A little bit bigger. A little bigger. Boom. Okay. That's cool. Okay. You can also choose to add images here. So if I didn't want to have that color, instead I wanted to have an image. Once again, go back, look at my pictures. For what else? Let's see if there's something that's kind of a texture here. Oh, here's a picture of a lake. Let's see what happens. Uploading. Ah, that's fun, right? I get it. That's fun. But if I don't like it, I can always clear all customizations, right? Let's do it. We're back to our old self again. And so we can hit save up here, and then over on the left tutorial, which sends us back to our main site. And there we are. And from here, we can go back to editing more or back to managing our site. But that's all I want to do for today. Next time we'll talk about creating other pages and sharing our pages with the world. So Grandma in Tulsa, Oklahoma can see how beautiful it is. Thanks a lot, guys. Talk to you soon.